Some films tell one continuous story while others are made up of several separate stories. Pulp fiction is structured around different story sections, such as Vincent Vega and Marius Wall's wife, the Gold Watch, and the Bonnie situation. Although these sections seem separate, they are connected through recurring characters, shared events, and cause and effect relationships. Magnolia also follows separate characters whose lives were connected through family trauma, regret, and emotional parallels. These films show that fragmented stories can still feel coherent when the connections between them are clearly designed. Portmanteau film, also known as anthology film, is often used in international co-production and multi-director projects. It brings different stories, styles, and creative voice to explore one shared issue from different perspectives. In this study, I understand portmanteau film not only as a film category, but also a flexible segmented narrative structure. It is made of relatively independent story units, connected through shared themes, recurring motifs, visual links, and animation-specific transitions. This definition is important for animation because animation can use visual transformation to connect separate episodes without relying on one continuous character-driven plot. Animation has also used this structure in many ways. Love, Death, Robots present independent animated short films connected by the themes such as technology, death, and human nature. Hugh Animals use fragmented scenes to reverse the relationship between humans and animals. Animals take control, while humans are placed in the position of animals. This reversal criticizes the way humans dominate and exploit animals. These examples show that animation is well suited to segmented storytelling because it can move freely between different visual words, scales, and symbolic images. This leads to the central question of my research: how can narrative coherence be achieved in portmanteau animation? To explore this question, I developed my practice-based project, Never Enough. Never Enough is a 2D animated portmanteau film about excessive collecting and its impact on everyday life. The film includes 4 pairs of animals and humans: a squirrel and an old man, a snail and an elderly woman, a dog and a baby, a hamster and a young woman. Each pair shows a different form of collecting behavior. The film also includes a unicorn, which adds a fantasy element and helps bring the separate episodes together. The main challenge was how to connect each separate episode clearly without turning them into a traditional linear story. To solve this, I used animation-specific techniques at different stages of production. First, I used character and environment design to introduce the scene visually. The elderly woman's mixed color, patched and layered clothing creates a collage-like feeling, as if it is made from collected materials. The snail's cabinet-shaped shell also turns its body into a form of storage. The environments are filled with huge piles of objects, showing the pressure and disorder of excessive collecting. This exaggerated scale would be difficult to create quickly in live-action film, but animation allows these piles to be shaped and enlarged more freely. The second technique is morph transition. Objects visually transform from one form into another. For example, a tree hollow becomes a monocle, and a pile of coins gradually transforms into a snail's eyes. These transitions create a smooth visual flow between different scenes. The third technique is object continuity. Because the film is about collecting, objects are not only props, they become the main way to connect the story. Balls, candy, coins, shopping carts, and collected items move across episodes and guide the audience from one story unit to the next. The fourth technique is cause and effect progression. For example, when the young woman overloads a shopping cart, it triggers a chain reaction that affects later scenes. This helps the audience understand the episodes are connected through actions and consequences. The final technique is circular structure. At the end of the film, the chain reaction leads back to the opening scene. This creates a looping and reinforces the idea that excessive collecting is repetitive and potentially endless. Through the techniques, Never Enough linked fragmented episodes into a coherent whole. It does not rely on one main character or a single linear plot. Instead, it uses visual design, object transformation, recurring objects, cause and effect, and a circular structure to guide the audience. Portmanteau films bring different stories, perspectives, and creative voice together. However, their fragmented structure can make narrative coherence more difficult. My project shows that animation can respond to this challenge in a unique way. Through animation-specific techniques, Never Enough connects separate episodes into a visually and structurally coherent whole. In this way, animation does not simply use this portmanteau form, it expands what this form can do.